You are listening to the Disney Dream Girls, an unofficial Disney theme parks podcast, and this is show number 547 for Sunday, the 4th of May, 2025.
Where dreams begin.
Hello and welcome to this week's Disney Dream Girls. My name is Michelle Young, and together with my jolly good chum Jane Phipps, we are your guides to the place where dreams begin. Well, may the 4th be with one and all. Alas, Jane is away, so I have got the lovely, the wonderful Anthony Markham. Hello and welcome back.
Hello, Michelle. Thanks for having me here today on Star Wars Day.
Absolutely. You are always welcome, my darling. And I gather we have got a bit of a trippy to go through, my darling.
We do. Just got back from Flower and Garden.
This is so exciting because literally it was only last weekend that you got back.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Bit of a quick trip?
We only had 3 days total down in Florida. And out of those 3 days, we only did 2 in the parks. So it was very quick.
And where did you stay?
Stayed at All-Star Music. First time at that resort.
Thoughts?
I don't think I'll go back to that one. I actually thought the theme was pretty cute. We were up in one of the Calypso buildings, right up at the main hall, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm just realizing maybe as I age a little bit, I like a little bit quieter resort. So I don't know that All Stars are for me anymore. So yeah.
Yeah, with it being at the very budget end of Disney, you do tend to get a lot of travelling school parties, sports teams, big families, and the bold, brash theming does sort of encourage you to be noisy.
Yeah, it was. And part of the downside of being in that preferred location is we were, of course, right there at the main pool, and it was quite loud. So, yeah.
But you weren't there to stay in a hotel room. You were there to enjoy Flower and Garden Festival. So let's start. You drove down from North Carolina, and you got to Disney at roughly what time?
We got there about 9 a.m. on the Thursday. But we decided to take advantage of the arrival day water park perk. So we started our day off at Blizzard Beach.
Okay, explain a little bit more about this perk.
Basically, throughout 2025, if you're staying on property, on your arrival day, you get automatic admission to one of the water parks. You don't have to have any special ticket or anything. All you have to do is be confirmed on your My Disney World app, and they'll scan your Magic Band or your app or whatever, and they say you're good to go.
That's an amazing advantage, particularly those people from non-UK locations, because in the UK we tend to get, as part of our ticket package, the water parks for free. But if you're not part of the UK, this is a great perk for you to be able to maybe get into Disney at lunchtime and just have a few hours freshening up at a water park. And I gather they're both open now.
I think they will reopen again. Blizzard Beach shut down for just a brief. I think they're only going to be closed for a few weeks, and then they will reopen towards the end of the month. Because they definitely need both open for the summer. I will say that, because I recall in the spring break weeks when only Blizzard Beach was open, it was hitting capacity. So I think, as you're saying, as it reaches the warmer months, they will definitely have to have both fully operational.
So talk to us a little bit about some of the things you got to enjoy at the water park. And did you do the big one?
Well, you start big and then everything else just feels easy, right? So yes, we did Summit Plummet first. So we got there actually before the park itself opened, but they still let you in, and they kind of held you at a couple different points before you got to the attractions. So we put our stuff down, and we did Summit Plummet first. We kind of knocked out the more thrilling ones early. Finished with the lazy river and hung out in the wave pool. Nice and sunny day, and it did get quite busy, I will say. We were through with most of the major ones by about 12:30.
Sounds a good time of your day to be spending there and getting it out of the way. Did you manage to have anything to eat or drink while you were there, or was it just purely let's hit some attractions?
It was mainly attractions. We did try a couple cocktails, but it's kind of your standard Disney pool bar menu, so nothing out to write home about, I would say. Yeah, we weren't super hungry because we had driven and we had had some road snacks. And we knew later in the day we wanted to save some room because we were going to wander around Disney Springs for some eats and some drinks. So didn't eat too much.
So let's hop over to the springs then.
We did. Actually, again, my resort luck continues because my room was ready about almost at noon. So it's nice to freshen up, have a brief little nap before heading over to Disney Springs. We For our first stop once we got to Disney Springs, was that new restaurant Summer House on the Lake? Nope.
Oh,
Hold on. The first stop, of course, and I sent you a picture in line, was Gideon's.
of course. And I gather you got to try the carrot cake cookie that they had on for a celebration of April.
Indeed. That was I am partial to carrot cake, as you know. That's probably my second favorite cookie that they offer.
Wow.
Yeah. I I guess maybe part of you want it to stay special, but who's to say when I would be back in April ever again? So part of me would love that to be on the regular rotation. Spice cookie, that carrot, that cream cheese icing drizzle that had the carrot cake spicing in it. Oh my God, it was delicious.
Sounds divine, and I must admit, I am a sucker for carrot cake. I absolutely adore it. So I'd be there with you having a carrot cake of my own because obviously I ain't sharing a carrot cake cookie.
Exactly.
So you then went to
Um,
Summer House on the Lake?
yes. They Monday through Thursday they do a happy hour menu with
Hmm.
$10 cocktails and then a very small selection of their menu like snacks. And I knew it was a limited time, so that's why we stopped there first.
Okay, so what did you manage to enjoy?
I had a gin martini and he had an espresso martini. Both were very nice. We had the summer house tostadas with blue crab. I it's when you add the blue crab, it's only $10. But again, it's a bite. I think there were three small bite-sized tostadas on there, so it's not a place you're gonna go and get a lot of food if you're
Hmm.
doing that part. Um, they did have an option for bottomless truffle fries that sounded delicious, but I have a feeling we may be going back to that facility when we go back in a few weeks. So maybe I'll try that one next time.
Were the cocktails enjoyable as well?
Oh yes. And again, for Disney prices, an espresso martini for only $10, you can't beat that.
That is pretty good value because the most tend to vary between 15 and 20.
Exactly. Now again, it's only Monday through Thursday and it's a limited time, but if you're down there, I would highly recommend checking out Summer House.
Mental note, Monday to
Hmm.
Thursday. Thank you for that super duper top tip.
We went to the Coca-Cola store. We went to World of Disney. We went to Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar, and we had a dining reservation at Haleo.
Oh, right. Now, I do know we had a test run at Spanish Tepas when we were together in North Carolina, didn't we?
We did, and I liked our experience in Durham better, to be honest with you. I thought the food was better. I thought the service was better.
The company
Um,
was better.
well, obviously. So I had been excited about Haleo, but it was a one and done for me.
That's such a shame because I've heard such amazing things about it. But where we went to in Durham was pretty sensational, let's be honest.
Yeah, which maybe that did color my experience. So yeah, I would agree with you. But yeah, we didn't stay out too late because our next day we were going to hit the parks. So and it was going to be a Magic Kingdom day, so we knew we had to be up early.
And did you have a plan of attack for the Magic Kingdom?
We did, and with both of our 2 days in the parks, whatever part we started at, we knew we were going to be out of it by lunchtime and on to Epcot. But when we were there in December, we did not get to experience Peter Pan,
Hmm.
and I've done it, but he had not. So I wanted to make him. get him on that ride since it's such a classic Disney experience. So after we got through the resort guest checkpoint, we went directly to that line, which I do love the trickle in versus the sea of humanity at
Hmm.
Rope Drop. I hope that never goes away. So we started there. The lines for, I think we still wound up waiting in line maybe 15 minutes. We went to It's a Small World because we wanted to stay kind of on that end of Fantasyland
Hmm.
because we wanted to hit Tiana's immediately when Adventureland opened,
Okay.
which we did. So,
Thoughts when you were able to see it, hopefully fully operational?
oh, it was it was great. And I, for me, I'm a Tiana fan. I enjoyed it the first time. I think I enjoyed it more the second time because I could just sit back and be like, well, it's not Splash Mountain, it's its own thing.
Hmm.
Cheston didn't have any particular attachment to Splash Mountain at all. Once I explained to him kind of, okay, this ride layout was telling a very different story. So he didn't really enjoy it until the very first bit is all like you're just looking at vegetables almost.
Yeah. It's
Um,
like a nice sort of sit down ride through a garden centre.
right. Once it got past that point and he saw more of the animatronics and got a little bit more of the storyline, he said he really did enjoy that portion more.
And the music starts up and you get,
Exactly.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah.
great.
So then we went over and actually did the little raft over to Tom Sawyer Island because although they haven't announced the date, you've got to think it's got to be coming pretty soon. Wanted to do that, and then we moseyed over to Epcot.
And what was the plan of attack at Epcot? A stroll around, some cocktails?
We did have a Guardians Lightning Lane, so after we came in through the International Gateway, and we kind of worked our way around through the UK, had sampled some food, took some photos of some topiaries, with our Lightning Lane being around 2 o'clock. So
Hmm.
it gave us a good 2 hours to just kind of walk around, have some snacks. I didn't get a new song. Um, I got Flock of Seagulls again. Made me think of you, of course, though.
Oh, bless you.
Also, while we were there that day, we of course had to go see Voices of Liberty. I'm gonna go see them every day I can.
Hmm. Now, is
Uh,
this the day you had the reservation for the dining package for the Eat to the Beat concert?
that was the second day. Yes,
Okay.
but we did have a dining reservation. Speaking of dining, there is a new-ish Mexican restaurant over at the Swan and Dolphin. I'd heard some decent stuff about it, and I thought we might need a break, so I made one for about a 6 p.m. dinner. And I realized as I was walking over there, I had never even been inside the Swan and Dolphin. Which, that's a pretty nice
Wow.
hotel. But I will tell you, Mexicano, excuse me, is delicious. Great cocktails, some really flavorful Mexican food, but a little bit elevated. Like I got an enchilada that had lobster and shrimp and crab in it. Oh my gosh, it's delightful.
Was this at the Swan or Dolphin? Which one?
This was at the Dolphin.
Ah, right. Having
Hmm.
stayed there, with it being fairly new, I didn't get the opportunity to go there when I was there. So maybe if I get
Hmm.
plans to go back to Walt Disney World, is it one that you would recommend for me to go to, knowing what how picky and awkward I can be with food?
I would think so, yes. Probably some of the best chips and salsa, even if you just want to have that in a cocktail. And let's face it, if you're going in the summertime, you need some sort of break in the air conditioning. So, hop on a boat either from Hollywood Studios or from Epcot. I think it's a good break.
Sounds a good plan. And for other
Hmm.
people who haven't perhaps had the opportunity to go there, it's a great sort of place where you can just nip out of Epcot, nip out of Hollywood Studios, using the friendship boats as well.
Exactly.
Fab. So we're on to day 2. So what did you do?
Rope dropped Hollywood Studios. Went straight down Sunset Boulevard. Knocked out Tower of Terror and Rocket Roller Coaster. Because again, we know a closure's coming, but we don't know when. Then over to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's such a quality attraction. There's has such rewritability. We had gotten to do it twice when we were there in December, and Cheston really enjoyed it. So we did that, and then I had to say goodbye to the Muppets. Sad
We still
face.
don't have an official date, or do we? Have I missed that while I was travelling?
June 7th is the closing date, so
That is so sad. I will never get to see it ever again unless they make magic happen and repurpose it somewhere else, because the piggy fountain needs to go somewhere, and the lovely relics that you have inside in the pre-show area.
I didn't even watch the video this time. I just looked at all the props and everything, and I was like, "Oh, I think I remember some of these bits from the TV show."
Yeah. And we also know Mama Melrose is closing on May the 10th. Is anyone really going to miss it?
I've never been in that restaurant, so I don't. Yeah,
I
I'm okay.
endured it once with a Fantasmic package, but
Yeah.
I think I was pretty much of the mindset one and done. And I don't think I've actually eaten in Pizza Rizzo, and that also closes on the 7th.
Yeah,
You don't go to Disney for pizza, let's be honest.
exactly. But yeah, that was our last bit to do, and off we went back to Epcot. We tried this time, we still went in through the gateway, but we kind of walked. We didn't have quite as large of a time to kill before our lunch reservation. So we just took some photos again, but we had a early afternoon lunch at Spiceroad Table with a dining package. Thoroughly enjoyed Spiceroad Table. That's another restaurant I hadn't been to. Dining package, I think it was just a few dollars more per person than what we had done in December for the Candlelight Processional. So I think it's not a bad deal. We got a ton of food.
I've seen the pictures and it looked a lot of food.
Yeah, because we were doing it as a couple, we got the vegetable tagine kind of just to start with, and then we each got 2 small plates to share. So we got a total of 5 plates plus the dessert sampler and your included cocktail. So I think with tip it was like 130, 135. Still, I mean, yes, it's a chunk of money, but for all that food, not having to wait in the blazing sun for the concert later, I was happy to do it.
Because you went to go and see.
Taylor frickin' Dane. God, she still got it.
I've seen the pictures, guys. Check them out on Instagram. She looks amazing. Her figure. Oh, and those legs. Oh, my word.
Yes. And I mean, I'm not trying to be ugly about some stars of the 80s, but you can tell they did not take care of their voices, But she still sounds amazing.
Oh, bless her.
And her band it wasn't a big band. I think she only had 4 instrumentalists up there, but you would have thought it was like an 8-piece band. They were tight and together. They sounded amazing.
That's all brilliant stuff. So well worth, in your opinion, getting that sort of like front of line access and a delightful meal at Spiceroad as well.
Exactly. We were on second row. Okay, you've seen the pictures. They were so good.
Yeah, I could literally count her freckles.
Yep. Let's see. What else did we do flower and garden wise? I did complete the garden graze, so that was nice.
And what was the reward?
It was a like a Dole Whip swirl, which I promptly gave to Cheston because I know controversial Dole Whip's not my favorite. Um, but it was nice, and the glass it came in was very cute, and a pack of wildflower seeds that I will plant.
Oh,
Yeah,
how
I liked
nice.
I like this challenge better because the one they had with the Festival of the Arts, like it was your choices were much more narrow, and for me, as someone who does not eat beef or pork, I could not complete the other challenge because some of the items had beef and pork in them. So I appreciated this challenge a lot more.
Yeah, I know that's a challenge for you when you're looking at what you're able to do with regards to those types of things as well. So that's great.
Yeah. I will say a highlight was the honey mascarpone cheesecake that was like dipped in the liquid nitrogen. That was delicious. You would have loved that one, Michelle.
The park did look amazing as well. The pictures you've shared with us look sensational.
Mm. It truly is so gorgeous. You could just I don't have a green thumb, but I can appreciate some flowers and oh, it looked especially nice this year. Oh, one more food item. I think didn't you have a question about the street corn with the plant-based cheese crumble?
Yes.
Divine. It was in my top five of the
Wow.
yeah, yeah, delicious, delicious.
Whereas I know they do similar things to this in the UK, and even walking past it, the smell is just okay. Well,
Mm,
maybe if it's on in a festival in the future and I am in the park, I might have to just go and have it. Oh no, I
yeah.
can't. I can't eat sweet corn anymore. Damn.
Ah, boo.
Oh well, I'll just have to go get a Dole Whip. Come on.
Okay, you can have my Dole Whip any day.
Oh, bless you. I do admit the cup you got was super cute because we got one when we did the Christmas one, and it's
Hmm.
still proudly on my shelf, making me happy today.
Oh, yes, gotta love that bonus souvenir.
Anything else in this trip you want to mention?
I think we got most of the highlights. Oh, Living with the Land has a little bit a little bit different decor, just in keeping with the festival, but nothing like the overlays at the Christmas season. So that's the only other thing.
Okay. So, with you being my resident cocktail connoisseur, I had to get your opinion on what has been announced this week. Geo 82 has got an opening window. It's
Hmm.
got a little bit of clarification on the menu and
Hmm.
a fireworks experience. So before we go and poo poo it with the fireworks experience, because I will be poo pooing that,
And I'll agree.
let's talk a little bit about some of the afternoon sips and snacks that they've mentioned on the menu on the
Hmm.
website because, oh my word, there's some pretty amazing cocktails.
Oh, yes, and this would be one that would be quite dangerous for me because, as I sit here and I look at the featured cocktails, it's like these are gorgeous and so unique to anything, I, in my opinion, on property.
Well, it's because you love bourbon,
Oh, true. Yes, yes, yes,
and
yes.
these drinks tend to be very focused on bourbon, but they're also presented so beautifully. Like, even the glassware on
Hmm.
some of the cocktails is featuring the beautiful replication of the geodesic design of Spaceship Earth. I've seen
Hmm.
ice cubes looking like
Yes.
Spaceship Earth, and it's like the little detail. That's why, obviously, the cocktails are going to be nearly $20, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
But oh my word, I can so see you sipping away that brown butter old fashioned and having a whale of a time.
That's definitely one I've got my eyes on. And there's another one a bit further down called the Electron. It's got mezcal, carrot, cinnamon, um, bitters, pink peppercorn. I think that's going to be another favorite of mine. A carrot was something I was skeptical about in a cocktail, but it's
Mm-hmm.
actually a nice, subtle sweetness in a cocktail.
And some of the alcoholic beverages that you can have there are just purely exclusive to GR82. And they have a quartet of bourbons in a flight.
Yes, exclusive to Disney. Yeah, I've had some of these other manufacturers bourbons in the past. Obviously not these exclusive ones, but I think I will be trying that flight as well.
So, looking at the menu, we have a
Mm-hmm.
cannellini hummus, a chef's
Mm-hmm.
selection of artisanal cheeses, meats, and accompaniments, a
Okay.
fungi flatbread, and a jumbo lump crab gâteau. So, for you, enjoying a plant-based sort of, as you say, avoiding certain types of meat, that would cater towards you really well.
It does. Okay. Now here's one. I'm a little bit skeptical of the size of these things, though, Michelle. I know what they're advertising themselves as a bites menu, but I, particularly this lump crab gâteau, I'm like, is that an actual? Will that whole thing fit on one fork? So I'm skeptical. I will order it and judge it accordingly.
Okay.
We'll see.
And if you want to remember your trip, you are able to purchase a whiskey or wine glass via the app as part of your reservation. So that sounds like a nice little reminder.
What's your guess for the price?
Well, we don't know the price. We don't know any of the foods and alcoholic beverage prices, apart from we can play a really good guessing game and guess them. But what we do know is how much they are going to be charging for the firework experience.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And just under $200 per person, you will get a nighttime viewing of Luminous from the lounge's window, including a tower of savoury light bites, sweet selections, and champagne poured tableside and event exclusive cocktails. It sounds really good. If you are an alcohol drinking person and you can go and help yourself to the extra bits and pieces, but I still feel at $200 per person, there's a better deal to be had. For that price point, I would be probably looking at going and having the new, now slightly smaller menu experience at Takumi Te, or just putting a couple of hundred extra and going to Victoria and Albert's and having a Michelin star meal, and then just waiting with the people and waiting for the fireworks.
Yeah, Luminous isn't enough of a draw for me with the fireworks element of it. And I'm not saying I want to experience like this in Magic Kingdom, but if it were happily ever after, maybe that would be something that might draw me into it more. But yeah,
$200 more?
no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Nope.
But guys, let us know your thoughts and opinion. Is this something you would book to ensure you can enjoy Luminous in the comfort of a wonderful newly themed lounge? Or is it something that you think, come on Disney, you are scalping the fans? Let us know over there on Instagram at DisDreamGirls. You can email us info@disneydreamgirls.com. Or you can join in the conversation over on our Facebook page, Disney Dream Girls Podcast Family. Now, Anthony, if people want to talk to you directly about your wonderful travels and your upcoming July trip, where can people find you?
They can find me at atrain74 on Instagram.
Wonderful. Thank you ever so much for popping by and having a chat with us and telling us all about your amazing trip. I would also like to thank all of our wonderful Patreon supporters. We have some more exclusive audio content coming your way very, very soon. But until next time, it's a goodbye from me.
And bye from me.